Seen a great quote actually. I think it's when you walk out for the US Open, there's a sign that says pressure is a privilege. And this kind of thing really reminds me of that. You know, if you're in a position of feeling kind of pressure, then it means you're trying to do something difficult, something hard. You know, most of these hypercars, they probably stay the rest of their lives in a garage and get driven just a little bit in the weekends. I expect they'll probably do 1,000 miles a year. And what we're trying to achieve and what we're doing right now is, you know, 1,000 miles in 5 days on top of all of the track records and events. It is really crazy.
When Czinger called me to do 5 records in 5 days, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to be pretty intense. No one's ever done that. I haven't heard of anybody doing that before. And funny enough, this is where it all began here at Thunderhill. I was doing the race for Mazda at the time in their GT car, and Ewan brought over one of the prototypes that he was developing at the time.
Yeah, I mean, this is a brand new track for Czinger. We've never been here before, so it's always difficult going to a track for the first time. Luckily, Joel's driven here quite a bit, and in fact, this is where I met Joel. This is why Joel drives for Czinger, because he and I met here many years ago in a 25-hour race.
Yeah, so I think for us it would be helpful if you just radio us what the actual lap time is, because we don't have a direct view of what it's going to be. So what's the target lap time? Well, 1:51.7 is the current record. All right. So target lap time, everything below it.
I'm shooting 148. 148.
148? That's it? That's nice. That's fast.
Yeah, copy that, Joel. Let's charge it up here.
It was a loud noise. I think I hit something bottomed out for new car. Small spot.
Yeah, got it up.
Big sparks. That hottest time through from the pits.
Through the pits,
like when you launched from here,
yeah,
and had that fastest lap so far. But yeah, it was like it was 3 or 4 that's the big except that lap.
This compression here, and it's very wave-like, right? It's not like an edge, you know, like a squared-off edge, like you get on the freeway with the concrete.
Yeah,
it's
The track, it's unforgiving, so you just don't know what's going to throw at you. It could be good or bad. What happened is like we bottomed out and we bottomed out a little too hard, which cracked the casing from the MGU, the carbon piece, so all the coolant came out. So that pretty much killed the day.
Really on lap 1, we went out and broke the record. You know, now looking at the car, if we don't think we can fix it here, we basically have 2 choices, right? So either we call it off completely, or we skip the road driving portion to Sonoma and drive it up there with the truck and trailer and try to fix it.
Instead of packing it up, the team decided that we could knock this out if we had somebody at HQ frantically bring us an MGU and a engine stand, and then we can do it here at the shop. Thank God Cameron Racing gave us a shop so we can work on it all night. Never done this before, but the team, we're ready to do it. We're gonna break the car down, separate the engine, replace the MGU, put it back together, and then take another record at Sonoma.
You can't get past that first second.
you guys discuss, I think you definitely need at least 5 to 6 hours of sleep. So,
Hey, Bill, can you open there and give me a Sharpie?
so if you guys stay until, I don't know, maximum 12,
Yeah.
go to the hotel, 6 hours of sleep.
We'll be back by 7.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Keep us posted
Yeah.
and good luck.
Yes, sir.
Good.
It's a pretty big event, you know, 5 days, 5 tracks. First day, you don't want to go out like that, so the team rallied around that, and we want to keep going.
When we first got here, what we did, we mated the engine to the chassis. Now we're reconnecting everything.
Car's ready to go. Guys have put a lot of work in over the last 24 hours. Yeah, I mean, I think the signs are good. Let's see what happens.
It's going to be a challenge. We only have 2 hours to break this record, but we feel ready.
Hot lap.
All good? Need anything else?
I think we're good. Thank you.
I guess the car's already become reasonably well known for the lap records that we've done in the past, but we now want to demonstrate that this is not just a track beast or a track weapon. You know, this car is a road car. We just break a lap record, put some fuel in it, and then I drove it from, you know, Sonoma over the Golden Gate Bridge, just stopping for something to eat on the way. We arrived here in darkness. I can't remember what time, maybe 10:30 p.m. But what a buzz for me driving the car. Sleep well, Pippi. For tomorrow we ride again.
It's almost like a homecoming, really. You know, we've been here many times just for generic testing. Again, set the record in 21, grabbed it again, re-upped it last year in 2024, and we're here to beat it again. Today, I think, is going to be the hardest day, though. We have to beat ourselves. Literally, this is Czinger against Czinger.
Here at Laguna Seca now, I think for the team this was always going to be the biggest of the challenges, but I guess every day that comes is a challenge. But obviously we're most familiar with this track. This is where kind of the lap records for Czinger first started back in, I think, 2021.
you want to give it a initial run when I complete this pull down lap on the brake? Yeah, I'd like to do that just so we kind of have feedback on the car and track and all that. Copy.
He's been quiet.
This is his track.
No, I hadn't heard anything yet, so I didn't know if my headphones were working.
Oh yeah, dude. Because right now he's like in a video game. He's racing his own ghost.
Time to beat was 1:24.75. We'll head into the garage. There's a nail in the left rear. So.
Streetcar problems.
Yeah, yeah.
Copy.
Push lap.
Yep.
Do another cool down.
Okay.
Then a push.
Turn one tire in here.
Fuck.
It was rough. It was a battle. Joel had a little squirreliness. Team rallied to get the car up and running. We used every resource we had possible. The morale was kind of a lull, but we all rallied together and got the car on the track.
Yep.
I'm gonna say he's gonna hit a 124. What was the record?
124.7.
124.60.
I want to say 123.99.
Ooh, I like that one.
123.99.
Yeah, why not?
I hope so.
Whoa, that'd be sick.
That would be sick. Joel can do it. If anyone can do it, it's Joel.
Yeah?
24.39.
Shake and bake. Laguna is a hard track. It's not easy by any means necessary, but we didn't give up. When we thought all was lost, it gave us a freaking hot lap and we took it. I like to say this team, we're punching up our weight class, and then we haven't stopped punching. And then it's pretty amazing how everybody's rallying for this.
I think the amazing thing about this team is there's just, huge kind of self-belief, but more than that, just huge kind of tenacity. We know it's hard. Again, tempers fray from time to time, but that's always going to happen when you're doing something kind of hard and worthwhile. And it's just kind of a weird feeling because you know that it's possible.
One, two, ready, kick it.
Don't you know I need you, baby? You're by my side.
We leave now, you know, it's like maybe 2 a.m. to the track, probably 3 a.m. to the actual hotel. I mean, 6 hours of sleep would be great.
If we're in agreement that we're going to do this tag team approach, so those that are at the track or get in there earlier, go to the hotel now, sleep, do nothing else. They get up earlier. We are planning right now to get the car to the track tonight and then go and sleep, and we'll get up later. But we should obviously review that as we go. And if
So that means I'll call the guys so they know at least to get started 6:30 tomorrow morning. Sounds like a plan.
Got here to Willow Springs this morning, bright and early was the plan, because obviously it's about 100 degrees out here right now. For me to come back to Willow Springs, this is where I, late 90s, started racing go-karts over on the go-kart track.
All tires, first lap.
So he did like 300 miles plus, 4-hour drive, plus stops on the same tires. Comes into Willow. All we did was tire pressure, gets in the car, second run breaks the record.
We know this track very well. You know, we do a lot of development work here, so we all felt that this one was going to be an easy one. The last couple 4 days, the whole team, everyone spent a tremendous amount of hours and energy to go to each track, you know, break the lap records, prep the car, drive to the next one, break the lap record. This is day 4, and we're not done yet. So, you know, in my mind, the biggest challenge was actually to keep the energy up rather than break the record.
it's the end of day 4. Wow, day 4 in the bag. It's 10 p.m. Ready for some sleep for another day at the track or a morning at the track tomorrow. We need to again get up early, get the job done.
Yesterday we ended with a high as well, big win for us. I think, you know, the road drive afterwards, we still had to drive, you know, 3+ hours to Thermal Club, and you know, we're at a point of time where we're spending a lot of time every day. Everyone is tired, really tired. It was a tough week.
Okay guys, this is it. Day 5 of 5. Our crazy, audacious plan to go and break 5 lap records in 5 days. It's been an absolute roller coaster. But you know, I know when the idea first came up, there was a few kind of raising of eyebrows, like, is this really feasible and possible? And here we are on the last day with one last bit to go through. So I think it's kind of the Czinger spirit. It's always the same. Like, you've got to first of all have the idea, then the ambition, and then the commitment. And everyone this week has been so committed to making this happen. It's been an amazing experience, super emotional. This is it, last one. Let's make it happen. Let's go, guys. Come on. Come on, let's go! I'm glad I met you back then at Thunderhill that time.
Joel did a nice warm-up lap, and then he just sent it. First lap, broke it by 10 seconds. It's unheard of. There was no quit. That's what you need, and I'm so proud to be a part of something like that great. I feel it's like a dream, because 5 days, 5 tracks. When someone says it, it doesn't really register, like it's impossible. But to actually do it, it's pretty amazing. So I feel great. Would I do it again? Yeah, I would do it again.
The team, you know, they're all rock stars. It's unbelievable. You know, if you think about, you know, we laughed together, we cried together, we had highs, we had lows. You know, we have scars. A lot of good memories. Yeah, I'm definitely very proud of what we achieved today. So we're already talking about it, you know, should we do, you know, 6 days, 6 track record, 7? We're ready.
For me, this mission that we've done is like a great example of the Czinger mission in general. To start a car company like from the ground up, as we did a few years ago, you kind of really have to just dare to dream that you can make something like this happen. We've taken this car that's fully CARB EPA, emissions compliant, fully crash tested, you know, a fully certified, homologated production vehicle. And we've driven it from the north of California, from Thunderhill, from racetrack to racetrack, and broken the production car lap record along the way. It's definitely not easy, you know. It's just about having that kind of self-belief and commitment. Obviously, there's a lot of science and technology that has to go into it as well, but fundamentally it's just about kind of human spirit and, as I said earlier, daring to dream.
I think about family when I think about our team. I feel honored by their life choice to join this project. They got a just insane result. We're not in the sandbox, we're on the playing field, and not only are we on the playing field, but we scored 5 touchdowns, and that's pretty exceptional.